Hello! So we're talking about Curology today and my experience. I ran out at week number 3 on the dot, maybe a day before, the exact day. I still had a little in the bottle, but.
For the hella killers, grapevine and wine so that I look good, my chip butter. Legendary in my hometown, respect me when I come round.
In 3 weeks I ran out. Why? They tell you that you can use it for your face and your neck. I wanted to see what came out on my neck. So the only thing that came out on my neck was a few of those like under chin pimples. I would say it's pretty useless on my neck. I'll moisturize my neck and everything, but so far you don't need any pimples to come out on your neck. This is the $4.95 bottle of Curology that I got, and I forgot that I only paid that much for it. I expected that I paid 40 bucks for it and ran out, and I was kind of pissed. But then I realized when I got my new shipment a week after I ran out, this is the amount I am actually getting. So sample and actual, 12 milliliters, 24 milliliters. Definitely not going to run out of this in 4 weeks for sure, since it's twice the amount. And what happened in that week that I didn't have any Curology to put on my face? I did wash my face still, and I did use lotion still. So had that going for me. But my pimples that were starting to come in from the first 3 weeks of using Curology, recap from the first 3 weeks, I had, these are actually a little distracting, but helps me see the world. Anyways, this is the portion of my face that I was getting a lot of pimples. So everywhere around the cheek, the nose bridge, and the other cheek, I was getting a lot of pimples, and I also had some around my mouth. That was the first area. And then on this beginning of week 3, no, the beginning of week 2, the end of week 2, somewhere around there, I started to get pimples in my T area. So I realized that I still had more work to be done on my face as far as the purging process. And apparently it lasts 6 to 8 weeks from what Curology has stated in some of their articles. The purging process will start around like week 2 and it lasts 6 to 8 weeks. Hopefully it doesn't last longer than that. When I ran out, I had just started to get the pimples in my T area, and they were starting to cluster up like this. The process of the purging of your face, it gets kind of scary. At first I was like, oh, it's whatever, you know, it's tiny little pimples, but then they start to get like a lot, multiple in that area, and you start to think, I'm looking pretty bad right now. I look like I have an issue with my skin that I never had before. It was kind of concerning on that aspect. You know, I usually get the every once in a while pimple, not clusters of red pimples all over my face. These started to go away, these started to show up, and then I ran out. So everything just kind of reset itself back in my face. But from the 3 weeks that I did have Curology purging my face and it healed over, it actually looked a lot better in my skin. My pores looked a lot smaller, my skin was a lot smoother, and I was very pleased with that progress. But I know that there's still more stuff in my face. So if I'm like, oh, I look so good now, and it's only been 3 weeks, what would happen if it was like 3 months? At this point, I'm thinking I have to get back on Curology just to show me what they have in store for my face. Maybe it'll get rid of some of my red spots, my dark spots, my light spots, whatever spots you see on my face. Now, it has been 4 weeks and a few days. I started using it again a couple days ago when this shipment arrived. After being on this for the past 2 to 3 days, the pimples have started to re-arrive on my face. And as you can see, there's a few pimples around my mouth area, on my cheeks. My chin is starting to feel a little bit more lumpy. That's how it starts out. It starts to feel lumpy, and then it starts to turn into pimples, but you know. So I believe my chin area, my lip area is starting to break out. My nose is starting to break out again. Everybody, I feel like I've seen everyone with a bunch of pores on their nose. So the T area hasn't really come back yet, so I'm waiting for that area to jump right back on in. But yeah, so I don't know if you can tell, but my pores are a lot smaller. I usually have really huge pores right through here, and honestly like all over my face. And I can't wait for my chin to feel soft. I have had a great experience so far with Curology, and now that I'm up to $40 each month for twice the amount of that free sample bottle, I am excited to pack up on this, to learn more from their articles, and to extend my knowledge on how to treat my skin, how to take care of my skin. I feel like that's very important, learning how to take care of yourself. And what you put on your body is just as important as what you put in your body. Almost. Start from the inside and then work on the outside. I've been working on my diet forever. That's another story. Now I'm starting from the outside because I know that UV protection is necessary, and a lot of the lotions that you think are safe are not actually good for you and your skin. That's my goal. I want to have a healthy looking face as well as a healthy diet and a healthy body. And as far as price goes for Curology being $40 a month, I think it's 100% worth it. I get all of these articles that are teaching me everything I need to know about sunscreen, moisturizer, face wash, body wash, and I'm learning more and more each time I dive into the Curology website, and they send me articles probably weekly about certain issues that people run into. It'll be like, hey, how is your pore purging process going? And then you're like, oh, it sucks. But then it explains why it's happening, how long it's going to happen for, and things you can do to kind of like ease the process of the pore purging. For me, I prefer Curology right now over a doctor. I have not had good experiences with doctors. It's mainly been, hey, this is your problem, here's this, it doesn't work, I already spent money on it, but you're gonna make me spend money on something else, and then that doesn't work. And I feel like you're not actually listening to me, and you're not trying to help me. That's my experience with doctors. I'm sorry, doctors, if there's, you know, a lot of you upset by that statement, but that's my experience. And that's, you know, I'll just go ahead and get all my stuff from online and have a conversation with people online. They'll actually listen to my feedback instead of making me try something that doesn't work and then making me try something else that also doesn't work and being unsympathetic. I feel like more people from the online doctor community has actually had time to listen to me. I am excited to share with you my further progress on Curology and what goes on with my skin, and hopefully this pore purging process doesn't actually last 8 weeks, but you know, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it now. People get pimples. It is a natural part of life, and plus, whatever you eat, sometimes I eat pizza, shows on your face. The pizza shows on your face. And that's important to know. What you eat is what you are, and sometimes I'm a pizza face. So, Curology, you're awesome. I appreciate what you're doing for the community, and I love the information and articles that you're sending me all the time. Please keep doing that, and I would love to communicate further. If you guys are interested in more information, then I would love to go through some of the articles that I get through Curology and maybe condense them down so you can understand a little bit further. Other than that, hit the like button, subscribe if you think that this has been helpful to you, and in the comment section below, tell me what you think. All right?
My hometown respect me when I come round. Putting ones in the dust cloud and I'm peeling out on these bust downs.